Attorneys and You, A Guide to the Newly Rich by Dodecaphonism. This post is for entertainment purposes only, not legal advice. No attorney-client privileges is created by this communication. This is definitely not financial advice. I like to blend my crayons with my morning shake to really give it that nice crayon-y flavor. A few edits. This is for US-based apes only. I'm sorry, Canadian, UK, EU, and beyond apes. My magic is limited to this country only. And beware, if you live in Louisiana, as your laws are basically based on France's old civil code and may not conform to anything resembling the rest of the union, definitely seek professional counsel in Louisiana or barred in Louisiana. Hello all, I am a fully licensed attorney in 2 states, happy to provide proof to mods upon request, and I want to drop my 2 cents and give you a little, not legal, advice on behalf of someone who works with lawyers all day, every day. You're about to be rich. Protect everything that you have. So here we are on the brink of a totally new era of financial stability for a lot of people. How many of you have a minimum insurance policy on your car, apartment, or home? Show of hands? Okay, put them down. That's a lot of you. The first thing you need to do is immediately protect your property to the fullest extent possible, as someone with a high net worth is basically a giant bullseye for dicks who would sue you for anything and everything simply because they know that you are the deep pocket, as we say in the law. Personally, I carry a $250,000/$500,000 policy on my vehicle with a $1 million personal liability umbrella for about $131 a month. Your mileage may vary based on zip codes, your credit, and what you drive, but whatever it is it worse than getting hit with a shitty, frivolous lawsuit because you bumped them at 3 miles per hour? And they have a fuck ton of crooked doctors who will swear to anything as long as they get a cut. Trust me, I know. I fight these people on a daily basis. There are policies available for every conceivable situation, and some brokers may not have what you need. Do your due diligence or see a licensed professional for help. For instance, that new Lambo you're gonna buy, most insurers won't touch it. And if you're under 25, well, best of luck. There are specialty insurance companies who serve that area. However, there are also a lot of shady insurance agencies who will happily take your premium and then smile while they write you the minimum policy limits you bought because you weren't paying attention. All attorneys are not the same. Would you go to a barber to have your oil changed? Fuck no. Then why would you go to an attorney who doesn't do what you want them to do? I used to be what is called a general practitioner because that is what my father did before me for 30 plus years. I got out of that game and focused. Notice I didn't say specialize, more on that later, on a small area of practice and carved out my niche because no one wants a jack of all trades anymore in 2021. In the case of tax and other financially related areas of practice, you want someone who's focused on these areas and these areas almost solely. By the time you finish reading this sentence, the tax law has changed, and those attorneys who do that kind of thing have received an email alert from Westlaw telling them that the law has changed and to make note of it. See? It just changed again. Your friends and you are not good with money. I'm sorry to be the bearer of bad news, but they're not and you're not. Talk to your accountant and your attorney about money. Talk about boobs and dongs with your friends. An attorney who deals in trust and estates can help you set up whatever kinds of trusts are available in your state. They vary from state to state by statute, so don't try to copy and paste something you find online. Also, for the love of everything holy, do not, and I cannot stress this enough, do not try to create your own trust unless you know what the fuck you're doing. You may think you're saving some money by copying something you see online, but if you set the thing up wrong, you could end up double or even triple taxing yourself and really doing some irreversible damage. You're an adult with adult money now. Go see a professional. DIYs for home projects, not the protection of potentially multi-generationally held assets. Get recommendations from an accredited organization. Finding a lawyer should not be done by letting your fingers do the walking. Holy shit, I'm so old that I remember what that actually means. Instead, you should get recommendations from the State Bar Association if you have one, or a local city/county association. If you live in a metropolis, there is one there. 100% sure of that. If you're from more rural surroundings, call your state bar. They have lists of lawyers who have agreed to be on the list and usually have agreed to a certain number of conditions, including but not limited to maintaining malpractice insurance in states where it is not compulsory, and or a statement, no disciplinary actions, public and or private, in any state. However, no matter what you do, research that firm or person. They might not have a public/private discipline record, but they might be enormous assholes. Sometimes you want that, but sometimes you really don't. You want to mesh with this person, not like socially or anything, but in the sense that you would not cringe anytime they call or when you need to call them. As for specialization, see, I came back for it. Some states do not allow an attorney to say that they specialize in an area of practice unless they are accredited by a smaller sub-bar association who deals with that kind of accreditation. Do your DD. Tax haven states. A fun little loophole rich people like to do is create corporations in tax-free states like Montana or Oregon, and then have that corporation own the property. Why? Because you may not have to pay tax on huge purchases because you don't own them. The corporation in Montana owns it. Ever wonder why so many supercars in the US have Montana plates? Well, now you know. No one in their right mind wants to purchase a $350,000 car and then have to cough up another $35,000 in tax. Definitely talk to a professional about this one. The loopholes are closing slowly, and if you don't want to end up with your nut/labia caught in a loop when it tightens, you better have some help. Parting thoughts. So that's all I can think of while I procrastinate and eat some snacks while I watch Kenny and the gang gasp for air as the water rises around them. I am at work until 5 p.m., so I may not be extremely responsive, but I do endeavor to answer as many questions or concerns as I can. Glory to the highest, to DFV and RC. May they bless and protect our crayon and attendees, Sandos, forever and ever. Amen. Thank you for listening to today's SuperStonk reading. I just want to give a quick reminder to DRS your shares, ape don't fight ape, don't fall to weekend FUD, and buckle up. Y'all have a good one. Till next time. See ya.